Good morning to all of you. Good morning. I didn't hear a big response. Good morning to all of you. Wonderful. That sounds more like it. It's a great honor and privilege that we are here for this second edition of Africa at World Bank. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as an African, I have to make sure we respect all protocols, so all protocols duly respected in this house. It's a great honor for me to welcome you all to Africa at the World Bank IMF spring meetings. On behalf of the African Union Development Agency, or the NEPAD, on behalf of Afrobarometer, the African Institute for Development Policy, who are co-organizing with Nkafu Policy Institute and the Foundation on this second edition of Africa at the World Bank IMF meetings. Now, before I get into my comments, I want to recognize a few individuals. We are very thankful, as I said, to ORDA NEPAD, to AFIDEP, to Afrobarometer, who have worked very hard with their teams to ensure that we make this day possible. I'm especially grateful to Elia Zulu of AFIDEP, Joe Asunka of Afrobarometer, and Pamela Gopo of ORDA NEPAD, who have done really amazing work in bringing us to this point today. So I also would be remiss not to thank our amazing team at the Nkafu Policy Institute and the Foundation, who work from all over the world in making this possible. So please join me in giving a very big round of applause, recognizing all of their effort. Now, we gather today at a moment of profound global change, a moment of shifting economic realities, and a moment of deep uncertainty, but also of opportunity. In this moment, how does Africa, our continent, ensure that their voice, and indeed their priorities feature prominently in the global decision-making sphere? That is the very fundamental question. Yet, as you all know, too often, African priorities are discussed, usually not by Africans, and often without Africans. Forums like this one, the World Bank, IMF annual meetings or spring meetings, are among the most consequential meetings in the global economic calendar. And we want Africa's voice to become a little bit more prominent in these spheres. Now, if you look around you, in this room, the expertise, the experiences, and the shared commitment that's assembled here today is truly, truly extraordinary. And we want that the conversations here today to help accelerate Africa's transformation, the transformation that we want to see in the continent. That really is our raison d'etre. It is why we are here today. When we think about the scale of the issues that we must address as a continent, I think about my aunt, Pauline, who lives in a small town in the southwest region of Cameroon. She works very hard, really very hard in her farm to take care of 3 children. 6 years ago, she lost her husband, and so she has to take care of these 3 children by herself and the family. Aunt Pauline is very, very far from the corridors of power. She's very, very far from institutions like the ones represented in this room today. She has never attended a World Bank annual meeting or spring meeting. She has never read an IMF report. But every policy decision we discuss here today on decent jobs, on trade, health financing, or infrastructure reaches her directly. It reaches her through the price of food in the market, whether her nearest health facility has appropriate medicines or appropriate personnel, whether her children, my cousins, have a future in the country or not. When I speak about Aunt Pauline, I speak about hundreds of millions of Africans whose lives are ultimately measured of whether our policy work is succeeding or not. There are people who you know in your families. Today, nearly half of the population in our continent lives on less than $3 a day. And the region accounts for over 60% of people living in extreme poverty. These are not statistics to cite and move past. They are the reasons why we are here today, ladies and gentlemen. So as we engage today, let's keep that at the forefront of our conversations. Let's be more pragmatic on how to collectively move forward as a continent. And let's ensure that our voice, Africa's voice, is not only prominent, but more impactful. With that, thank you, and let's get this started.